What positives do you see from higher tuition fees and kind of this housing scheme?
The
that might be
first thing
brought
we need to do is not prejudge things. I mean, we took the decision, a very difficult decision 4 years ago, to bring in significantly higher tuition fees, although we abolished the upfront fee, and the repayment depends on what you earn, so it doesn't work out for you, you don't pay anything back. That was a difficult decision. It was a trade-off between bringing more money into higher education or simply turning students away who wanted the chance to study, because there are many demands on the public purse. We doubled reinvestment in university, public investment, but there was going to be a limit. So we took that decision, and actually, contrary to what people thought, we haven't seen the number of students from poorer backgrounds fall. It's actually increased absolutely as a proportion of students. So it's actually worked, and the system is good. Now, what we said was after 3 years, we'll have an independent review with cross-party support to see whether they should stay where they are or whether they need to go up, and to look at the balance of public investment and private money that goes into universities. We've got to wait for the outcome of the review, but what I think we've got to say is, if we hadn't taken that decision 4 years ago, there are lots of students in university today who either wouldn't be here or they'd be suffering a very cut-price education.
Do you think reviews is the way to go? Because
Yes, it is.
there are students there that will disagree with that, because they'll say that they need ministers and they need people of the current government, which is obviously Labour, to make a stand on where they are. And then,
I think you have to have a review. I mean, there are lots of factors to be taken into account. You've got the potential students, you've got their parents, because it often affects parents. You've got the need for this country to probably invest more of our national wealth as a whole in higher education in the future, even than we do today. Now, you can either say ministers should take a decision, or you can say, let's have somebody independent of government look at all of the facts and come up with recommendations for the government to decide. It's such an important issue that I think it would be wrong to do it without a review.
Looking at the review team, it's proven that the review team has come into question, because there's councillors that are very pro-high fee. Do you think somebody from maybe the NHS, because people believe that the review team haven't got a point of view from the students?
Well, I think the review team will be seen to have failed if it isn't clear that they've taken everybody's point of view.
Do you think they need to get somebody in from the NHS
well,
then?
Whether people need to be formally represented
NUS.
on it, NUS. I mean, my view when I was the minister was actually a small team that talks to lots of people may be better than a big committee that tries to represent every single point of view in the committee. The test of the review and the test of its credibility will be when they write their report, whether they have clearly understood everybody's argument, considered everybody's argument, and explained why they come to whatever conclusion they do.